Sea Scout Ship 198 had a spectacular year over the course of 2019. As with any calendar year, we started with winter meetings.
In the winter meetings, we do classroom advancement. We work on rank, apprentice, ordinary, and able advancement rank. We do safety, marlin spike, nav rules, and ground tackle. We also do events in our winter meetings, like ILSS takes place over 3 meeting nights, Ship Bridge of Honors, and annual ship open houses.
During 2019, Ship 198 participated in 2 winter training weekends, the first of which was the President's Day Sea Scout Training Weekend at Pine Tree. It was from February 16th through 18th, and Ship 198 had 3 youth in attendance. Some of the things that the ship's youth learned were marlin spike, pitching, and sextant use, along with many other. Some of the fellowship that the ship youth participated in were games and movies. The other training weekend that Ship 198 participated in was the National Capital Area Council Salt and Sleet Training Weekend. It took place from March 1st through 3rd. Ship 198 had 7 youth in attendance, learning things like inboard and outboard engines, weather, and navigation rules. Games and socialization were also a large part of the fellowship at the Salt and Sleet Training Weekend.
The 2019 Bridge of Honor was an amazing experience. It was hosted at a hotel in Swedesboro, New Jersey. We first checked in and waited for the rest of our ship to arrive. Then we all got changed into our uniforms and took pictures as we waited for the dinner doors to open. Once the doors opened, we were assigned a table, and once everyone got to their table, the dinner began. We opened with a Sea Scout promise. Then the land ship opened and everyone sat down. Next, the awards were given out, and dinner was served. After dinner, we went back to our hotel room to change into our formal evening wear for the dance and other fellowship activities. The dance was a lot of fun. We got to meet lots of people from other ships. At the dance, there was also a crowned dance court. After the dance, we went and played other games with some other ships. The next morning, we checked out and left with new friends and memories that would last us a lifetime.
As the summer comes along, we have to do summer preparations. Summer preparations that we do is painting and sanding the hull, fixing mechanical issues on each boat, sail installation, and long cruise sea trials before we head off on our summer long cruise.
Maritime Day 2019 was a very fun experience. We all got to spend the day at the Lewis Ferry Terminal, setting up signal flags on our outriggers as they spelled out Ship 198. As people came and went, we got to introduce ourselves, tell them what we were about, and how to join our ship. We also showed a few people how to tie some knots and how to use these knots in different situations. Throughout the day, one of the members' mothers brought some food. We all had a giant picnic on the boat, and after everything was done for the day, we left to head back home and got to watch the sunset over the Delaware Bay.
The next event on the calendar was the Sea Scout Ship 198 annual long cruise. So for Long Cruise 2019, we plan to sail from our home port in Lewis, Delaware to Baltimore, Maryland, transiting the Chesapeake and Delaware canals, more commonly referred to as the C&D Canal, both ways. The trip was expected to take about 2 weeks as we were going to stop and explore the areas along our route, and we took a crew of 7 youth and 2 adults, spread over 2 of our vessels, Sea Scout training vessel Kudite, a 32-foot sloop sailboat, and Sea Scout training vessel Sea Angel, a 30-foot sloop sailboat. And we departed Lewis, Delaware at approximately 0530 hours on 16th of June, 2019. So after making great time under sail going up the Delaware Bay, both vessels entered the C&D Canal under motor, as it's canal regulation that you must be under motor power. At approximately 1400 hours on the 16th of June, the SSTV Kudite experienced a small, localized fire in her engine compartment. But it was at this time that the crew aboard the Kudite remembered that part of the Sea Scout promise that states that every Sea Scout is to know the location and proper use of life-saving devices on every boat they board. After quickly reaching for a bulkhead and grabbing a fire extinguisher and extinguishing the fire, the crew rafted with the Sea Angel that eventually gave them tow until her engine became overstrained. Both boats were then towed into Summit North Marina at Lum's Pond. But what a resilient crew they proved to be. The crew made the most of our week that we spent at Summit North Marina. We explored the local area, as can be seen in some of the pictures, and also we shared fellowship with a new Sea Scout ship in the area, Ship 123 out of St. George's. Many good memories were made. We made the most of our situation.
Every Wednesday we meet on the water. We try to teach the scouts various lessons from boat keeping to navigation, sailing lessons, and rules of the road. We also try to do drills like man overboard, fire, and practice radio calls. Some weeks we like to have some fun. We will bring out the whaler, the jet skis, the John boat, the water skis, the wakeboard, and even tubes. We teach our scouts how to have fun on the water while being safe and following the rules.
On September 7th, 2019, Ship 198 of Lewis, Delaware attended Safety at Sea at the Baltimore, Maryland U.S. Coast Guard base. When we arrived, we got t-shirts and water bottles, and we got all signed in. And all the ships headed to the waterfront, where we were able to tour a U.S. Coast Guard patrol boat. We also practiced rope throwing. A helicopter came out and was basket carrying someone. We watched the helicopter land and got to take pictures with it and see the inside. Then we got to use a fire hose. After that, we had lunch, which was really good. Then we got to use a VR headset to see how the U.S. Coast Guard would handle certain scenarios. Then we split into groups to do man overboard drills. When we were on the docks, we learned how to use flare guns and when to use them. Then we got to shoot them. Then my favorite part was putting on the Gumby suits, and we got to swim around, and we overall had a great time.
As the summer came to an end, we had to think about winterizing our boats. By doing that, we washed the bottom of the boats to get the barnacles and seaweed off. We put antifreeze into the engines so they will not freeze over the winter. And we took off the sails and put them nicely and neat away into our Sealand trailer.
As we get back into our winter meetings, it is customary to have a holiday party with a white elephant gift exchange as the last meeting of every calendar year before Scouts go on winter break. At this year's holiday party, we had the annual white elephant gift exchange, snacks and refreshments, and even a little bit of piano playing as pictured. As it's the final meeting of the year, it concludes our 2019 calendar year before we meet again in 2020. That will conclude this presentation. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed.